Well, welcome back to Trippin. Our segment this time is in Conner Prairie.
Conner Prairie in Fishers, Indiana, which of course is another short drive away. And wow, our first time here, or you came as a fourth grader or something, didn't you?
It's been a while.
It's been a while, and probably some things have changed, but it's kind of like a living history museum, and it's really, really packed with great stuff.
Well, there's just so much that we're going to get to do today. There are so many kids out here that I'm noticing loving seeing all of this history. It's pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of like Colonial Williamsburg if you've never been here. It's a living history, the buildings, the people, they work very, very hard to keep things authentic.
Authentic to Indiana, because right behind us is William Conner's original settlement. So it's kind of like the original starting place of Conner Prairie, and we are here right where it all began.
Lots of great things to show you, and it's the place where history comes alive, and it's right next door to where we live.
As the sun sets over the Indiana landscape, thousands gather for the Marsh Symphony on the Prairie. Many associate Conner Prairie with these summer concerts, but Conner Prairie is much more than a place for music and a picnic. This 800-acre open-air living history museum offers guests a trip back in time and has become world-renowned for its unique education methods. Conner Prairie is located less than an hour south of Marion in Fishers, Indiana. The museum is made up of 4 distinct historic areas that recreate Indiana from the 19th century. Everything is as authentic as possible, and the historic journey begins in Prairie Town around 1836.
We are here in Prairie Town with Adam Baus. He is one of the experience managers here at Conner Prairie, and we are in 1836, right?
Yeah, we are.
Can you tell me a little bit about Prairie Town and kind of what kind of things you'll see when you do step into 1836?
Sure, well, Prairie Town is one of our oldest historic areas, and it's really a bustling small settlement town here on the frontier in Indiana. There's a doctor, there's a blacksmith shop, potters, lots of activity going on because there's young families, older established families, so you see a lot of variety, and there's always something new going on every single day, whether it's games in the streets or the pottery making activities that the kids can take part in. Just lots of different unique experiences you can have.
Now everything here is linked directly to 1836, right? Now I know you were telling me kind of about some of the houses and some of the buildings that were erected. Can you tell me about how you kept true to that?
Sure, well, lots of research. Prairie Town's been in existence for 30 years, so there's a lot of research to back it. Most of the houses here in Prairie Town are historic buildings that have been moved from around the state, so they're authentic as they can get, with the exception of one. Our new carpenter shop was built by our historic trade staff just last year using completely authentic techniques.
That is so cool, just to be here and experience. Now I know there's a lot of people in authentic dress,
sure,
and there's games being played behind us. What kind of things can people do once they come out here?
You can get such a variety of experiences. You can go to the local school and meet the schoolmaster, where you'll be walked through a lesson, find out how much it costs to go to school, things like that. You can see the blacksmith making nails or working on a project for a local townfolk. You can walk on stilts outside the school. You can play a game of rounders, which is sort of a precursor to baseball. You can see folks cooking, and there are some days where you're able to taste some of the food from the 1830s. So really, if you're wanting to see things, you can see things. If you want to do things, you can do things. We really do try to meet everybody's learning style, meet them where they're at, so that everyone can really be a part of the 1830s experience.
Well, it's fantastic out here. There's so much to do. It's a great little stop when you're out here at Conner Prairie. Now, Prairie Town is not the only exciting thing here in Conner Prairie. Now we're going to see some more of those next.
The short drive to Conner Prairie will give you enough time to experience everything this museum has to offer. Go to the doctor for a checkup or hear a story from a Native American in the Indian camp. The variety is impressive. There's even an exhibit recreating the first attempt to deliver mail with a gas-filled balloon. From the smallest child to the oldest adult, there are activities for everyone. You can try your hand at hatchet throwing or make your own candle. The kids will definitely love the Animal Encounters barn, where you can get up close with all the farm animals. One of the most popular areas here at Conner Prairie is the livestock area, where kids of all ages can interact with these animals. Kevin Miller's the livestock manager, and you just open this up for everyone, don't you?
Sure. We try to bring up the different kinds of animals so people can see them. A lot of kids don't have a background where they got a grandpa's farm or an uncle's farm like everybody did when I grew up. With my background in ag, I feel comfortable talking about it, explaining it. We see a lot of kids that come in here and don't know which one's the calf or which one's a sheep or a goat, and we can get them their hands on it, can come up and learn about it. We can answer whatever type of questions they want to go, whether you want to go into the depth of the breeds or why this calf will never bite you, because she doesn't have top teeth.
There's a few of us adults who will get that wrong too. Who is our friend here?
This is a little English Longhorn calf, and it's kind of my pride and joy. It's a rare breed rescue operation we're working on.
Wow.
There's only 16 of them in the United States, and we've got 2 of them on display here. We have the calf here, and then her great-grandmother is one of the cows on display here, and she's due to have a calf this spring.
So many of the areas here are historically accurate. What is your goal with the Livestock Center here? You have some breeds that are historically accurate, some that are not, but really this is about getting the kids and everybody a chance to be up close.
We try to do it in a safe manner, so the animals that we bring up into this area, the kids can feel. We have somebody with the animal all the time so we can explain and answer questions. The animals that don't like being in here, don't enjoy the noise and the crowds, don't stay here. We send them off to another farm. Our 1836 farm, for example, we farm with oxen, which would be accurate for the time. We have the breeds authenticated and researched of which ones are accurate for that, or the 1886 farm. So Animal Encounters lets us mix the best of all of them. We can explain how farming changed over the different time periods, and it's kind of fun that we can reconnect with our agricultural background this way and tell the story of ag.
Well, the producers of the show wanted me to do some milking, but I passed on that. But thank you so much for the information. It's encounters and it's history all at the same time.
Sure. I get to play show and tell for a living. This is great.
It's all great at Conner Prairie. Whether you come for the educational experience, a twilight concert, or a fun travel back in time, Conner Prairie is one of the most unique destinations in all of Indiana. Stephanie, we could not end the day without them making us actually go up in the helium balloon. You okay?
I'm a little nervous. I do okay with heights, but we are in a balloon, you know?
I'm not afraid of heights. I'm afraid of falling from a high distance, but actually this is very, very safe. It's a wonderful exhibit, a great way to cap off your day with all the history and things going on with Conner Prairie.
Well, it's been such a great day. There's been so much going on, but that is it for this episode of Day Trippin', and we'll see you next time.
We will see you. Bye.